right, it's Rochelle and Carter here, and with Mac Powell. Welcome back to Texas, my friend.
So great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Did you bring the barbecue?
I should have brought the barbecue.
He likes the barbecue.
I don't like. I love.
You're a connoisseur. Do you do it? Do you at home?
I don't. I'm definitely not. I can't really. I can barely boil water.
Okay.
Yeah.
You burn it.
I burn the water. Yeah.
Little fist bump for that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I definitely can't. I can't grill out very well or anything like that. So no, that's why I go to the places.
Yeah.
Fan of the takeout.
That's big time.
I like that. Okay. So we have some questions. We love these talking point cards. It's something that you can do with your family.
We do have talking point cards, but maybe we should just ask you right off the bat. Yeah. So what do you find? You go all over with your music. I don't know why I said that. Music. Great music. I was going to be like, as he knows. Obviously, with Band Third Day, you've been everywhere. But now with your new solo project, which we're going to talk about here in a second, you've been, though, to other states other than Texas. What maybe when you cross that border into Texas, what do you expect or anticipate?
Heat.
Yes.
Well,
as we're experiencing today, I looked up on my phone. It's around 10 a.m. I looked on my app and it says it's 88 degrees, but it feels like 101.
Yes.
And then later today, it will be 98 degrees, but it will feel like 108. Now, I'm from Atlanta. I know humidity. I know heat. It's just a little bit more here. So I expect heat. I expect great barbecue. Especially brisket. And then I also expect some amazing fans. I often talk about Texas about they have the best fans are in Texas.
Yeah, and he's not talking about the ones that keep you cool.
Yeah.
Those two.
Those as well.
We also have those.
Swinging back to the heat.
Yeah, that's...
What's interesting is no matter what time of year that we share this with a friend online, it will be the same temperatures.
It very well
throughout
could
the
be.
year.
It very well could
Probably.
be. Yeah.
It could be January and it's 88 degrees. Yeah.
Seriously, though. Christmas was that once upon a time, and not that long ago. All right, let's get started. We'll all chat about this. What is one thing you would like to know about your future? Or would there be anything that you would want to know?
Man, that's a great question. I don't know if I've ever been asked that question before. I would like to ask, is everything going to be okay with my family? But at the same time, if the answer is no, I don't want to know that. So I think in that way of looking at things, maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because it would freak me out.
It's a little freaky.
Yeah.
You got an answer?
To make sure they got the tombstone right, I guess would be in a hurry. Did you get that right?
But if they didn't, are you going to really care? If
No, I won't care.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to pick something, because I go where you go, I was like, I don't want to know anything. Like if I step off the curb today and a bus comes along, I don't want to know about that. It's going to ruin the day.
Right.
I might not eat the brisket.
I'll tell you what I want to know. What is the next time I'm going to put my foot in my mouth? And can I avoid it now if I happen to know? Or do I still have to live it out?
I'm going to predict sometime in the next 5 minutes.
I was going to say, it's 10 a.m. somewhere.
How many times has it happened already?
Okay, yes. When you feel a strong emotion, what is the best way to respond to it?
Well, it depends on what that emotion is.
It's a strong emotion. It could be, you don't have to immediately go to anger or happy.
Yeah, well, that's my first, I don't know why, my first thought is strong emotion is anger, so you don't want to respond to that. The best way to respond to that is to maybe count to 10 or walk away. But if the strong emotion is, love, like if I see when I get home and I see my kids and they run up to me and have their arms open and want to hug me, of course, the best thing to do is respond in kind. So I don't know. I'm not, I would say you respond to the emotion, but sometimes you don't need to. It's best not to. I don't know.
That's a really good answer, though.
No, that is good.
Because I think when you think the word strong and emotion together, I think you do jump to, anger, but strongly feeling love, and there should be two different responses there. Of course, if I strongly love somebody and they don't know it, and then I come up to them and say, Jerry, and just hug onto them.
That's what we call a weirdo, a stage 5 clinger. Yeah. All right, if you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would you tell yourself? And I'd be interested from a personal standpoint, but also maybe from even just getting into music perspective.
Right. From a personal standpoint, probably do a better job saving and getting ready for kids' college and all that stuff.
Okay.
I kind of was, and still not very good at that. So we kind of like go, oh, we want that? Okay, we'll go get that. And, you know, when holidays roll around, you go, well, we already bought what we wanted. So I think I would tell myself and continue to tell my children, do a better job saving. From a musical standpoint, I would say, and I think I did this, but it's an encouragement that I bring to a lot of artists, is like really enjoy where you are. So if you're playing in front of 50 people, which I've done many, many times and still do, like enjoy that. Don't go, man, when I'm playing in front of 5,000 people, that's when it'll be good. Because if you're not enjoying where you are, if you're like looking to be in spot C and you're in A, if you don't enjoy A, then you're not going to enjoy B, and you're not going to enjoy where the big time or whatever. So I think I did that, is like really enjoy where you are, take that in, and remember it, and in that process of life and to the next steps.
I always think of the Raiders owner, Al Davis, right after they won the Super Bowl. They said, "How do you feel?" And he said, "Let's go out and win it next year." And it struck my dad was watching that live, and it struck him and say, "Enjoy the moment.
Right.
Enjoy right where you're at.
Right.
Don't always look ahead to the next
Linger
thing."
in it a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
You got one?
So, if you had a time machine, I'm looking. If you had a time machine, what would you do with it? They don't give you
I
any
guess
circumstances.
I would use it. I would
Wow.
probably
On
use
to
it.
the next question.
Done.
Well, what? Okay, so where would you go? Into the future? Into the past?
I'd probably in the past. I would love to go see, some of these people that we look up to, like the George Washington, Abraham Lincoln kind of guys, and see even like some of the disciples and apostles, like go back and see what they really looked like and what were they really like. I don't know. But I also have seen so many movies where that going back in the past messes up the future. So maybe I would destroy the time machine.
Yeah.
So that nobody messes up the world or the universe. It's a great question. What would you do?
Trick question.
Yeah.
It's an ice storm outside, and you needed kindling,
And
and
then-
you chop up the time machine.
And then you chop up
and
the
that
time machine.
works.
There you go. That's perfect.
No,
I think I would
that's a good
stop
answer.
Ben Affleck from making Gigli. I would go back and I would have him stop. No, I think I would always choose the past. I think I would. I think it's just too fascinating not to know.
I think you have to pick and choose your moments carefully, though, because if George Washington did have wooden teeth, I don't want to be at a dinner party with that guy. You know what I mean?
What are we going to another
Next
one of yours?
part.
I'll save
You
this
have
one
another
for
one?
last year. Yeah.
Do you think there's a difference between being smart and being wise?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I think there's a lot of people that are smart but not wise. So yeah, there's definitely. I mean, I think that's biblical too.
Can you describe, like, who's a smart person, who would be a wise person? Certainly,
Well, I'm not
going
going to call anybody out.
Fictional.
I'm sure there's plenty of people, professors in universities, that are very smart. They have the knowledge. And there's a lot of people from a spiritual standpoint, they have the knowledge, but they're not wise in using that knowledge. So there's definitely a difference.
I think that's the difference of one moment with Paul on the road to Damascus, filled with knowledge, and then the next, the wisdom to know how to apply it,
Right.
Yeah.
because he met Jesus.
Absolutely.
That's solid. Okay, speaking of wisdom growing from things, and I think this, honestly, just listening to New Creation, I think, what the story is behind that. What was the best mistake you've ever made? And maybe it is serious, you hear the lyrics of New Creation and about you kind of feeling like you have it figured out.
Right.
And then nobody was when I stumbled, that
Right.
you really found grace. And so in that vein, is there anything that comes to mind?
Our third child, we didn't know we were having a third child. And so that was, I don't know if mistake is the right word.
Well, it goes
it
with
was
third day.
Surprise.
Happy,
Yeah.
happy little surprise, yes.
Yeah, right.
And so that's by far the best one, I think.
That's
Yeah.
She's
amazing.
Today is her birthday.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, today's her
Happy
birthday.
Yeah.
So she's 19 years old today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
My friend had a third child, was not anticipating a third child, and she equated it to condiments, which is kind of weird. She said, you know that you like peanut butter and jelly. You have to have peanut butter, you have to have jelly. But you know, you never realize you need fluff until you taste fluff. And then you're like, I want fluff.
There
And
you
the
go.
third child was like, fluff.
I'm hungry already.
I
That's good. I like that. Then we went on and got a fourth and a fifth child.
Oh, is that right? You have fun. Oh, that's right. That's
Fluff
right.
was
Yeah.
so fun.
But you decided.
Right.
That's it. And that was more planned even at the fourth and fifth, right?
Those
Yeah.
were definitely planned. Yeah.
That's right.